Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Our topic today is the aperture rule. It is an instrument used for training to improve low fusion reverses at far and near, post-teropsis, fixation disparity or suppression, and tight accommodation conversion relationship. Today we are going to talk about the single aperture and the double aperture. As you can see here, the apparatus is made up of a ruler, a stand, a single aperture, a double aperture, and finally a booklet. As you can see, the booklet is made up of 12 cards, 8 of which is for divergence and the 12 is for convergence. Here, as she is flipping the cards, the distance between the two images increases. Here we go. And our first goal in this therapy is to become aware of the information from both eyes and to unify it into one visual percept. So today my patient has convergence insufficiency and I'm going to test her with the single aperture. So here we go. Good morning. So I'm going to ask you to put the tip of your nose here. And you see two images, right?
Yes.
Now you tell me what you can see right now.
A clock, a cross, and 2 circles.
And what about now?
A clock, 2 circles, and a dot.
Now I'm going to ask you to binocularly make the two images into one.
Okay, I see one image already.
What do you see?
I see a clock, a cross, 2 circles, and a dot.
Okay. Now I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. And I'm going to go to the second one, where the distance is a bit more. And now I'm going to ask you what you can see right now.
A bird, a cross, and 2 circles.
And what about now?
A bird, 2 circles, and a dot.
Now I'm going to ask you to do the same thing and to make the two images into one. By the way, this is put at number 0, while the single aperture is put at 1 and 2.
Okay, I can see one image already. It's a bird, a cross, 2 circles, and a dot.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so let's go with the third slide. So the booklet is placed at 0, while the single aperture is moved to number 3. So I'm again going to ask you what you can see right now.
A golfer, a cross, and 2 circles.
And what about now?
A golfer, 2 circles, and a dot.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you to try to fuse both images into one. As soon as it's clear and you can see one image, just let me know. Take your time.
It's fused and it's clear.
Okay, so we'll go to the fourth one. And the distance between the two images, as you can see, has increased. So again, the booklet is placed at 0, while the aperture is now moved to number 4. So again, I'm going to ask you what you can see right now.
A baseball player, a cross, and 2 circles.
And what about now?
Baseball player, 2 circles, and a dot.
Okay, so again I'm going to ask you to try to fuse those two images into one. If you feel any kind of eye strain or headache, you can just let me know. Take your time.
Cannot fuse.
You cannot fuse.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not a problem. So I'm going to ask you to come for a next visit to try to train your convergence again. Alright, thank you. Good morning. Today is our second visit with a patient with a convergence insufficiency. Good morning. I'm going to ask you to do the same thing as you did with the previous visit. I'm going to ask you to place the tip of your nose here and try to tell me what you can see now.
Clock, a cross, and 2 circles.
What about now?
A clock, 2 circles, and a dot.
And try to binocularly fuse them. That is, make the two images into one.
It's fused already.
Alright. I'm going to ask you to do the same thing with the next slide. What you can see right now.
A bird, a cross, and 2 circles. A bird, 2 circles, and a dot.
Do the same thing, make the two images into one. If you feel any kind of headache or pain, just let me know.
Yeah, it's fused already.
Alright, let's go with the next slide. This one might be a bit harder for you, but let's just try it. What can you see right now?
A golfer, a cross, and 2 circles. A golfer, 2 circles, and a dot.
Okay. Try to fuse it. If you are unable to fuse it, it's alright.
Yeah, it's fused already.
Okay. If you feel tired, you just let me know. I'm gonna go with the next slide. Tell me what you can see right now.
A baseball player, a cross, and 2 circles. Baseball player, 2 circles, and a dot.
Okay, now try to fuse it again.
Cannot fuse.
Okay. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna ask you to come for a next visit to try to train your convergence. Hello again. In our today's session, we're going to look at a patient with divergence insufficiency. We're going to use the double aperture to be able to train her divergence. Its goal is to diverge her eyes correctly so that sensory fusion may take place. So the booklet is placed at 0, while the double aperture is placed at 1 to 2. Now I'm going to ask you to put the tip of your nose here, and now you can see approximately 2 images.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you, what image can you see right now?
1 clock, 2 circles, and 1 dot.
Alright, and what about now?
1 clock, 2 circles, and 1 plus.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you to try to make the 2 images into one.
Yeah, I get it. It already fused into one.
So we'll go to the second
Okay.
slide. The booklet is placed again at 0 and the aperture remains at 1 and 2. So again I'm going to ask you what you can see exactly right now.
1 parrot, 2
Alright,
circles,
okay.
and 1 dot.
Alright,
Another 1 parrot, 2 circles, and 1 plus.
right. So I'm going to ask you to try to make those 2 targets into one. If you feel any kind of headache or eye strain, just let me know.
Okay, already fused into one.
Able to fuse it, alright. So we go to the next slide, this third one. As you can see, the pictures are becoming further and further apart. So the booklet again is placed at 0, while the double aperture now is placed at number 3. So again, I'm going to ask you what you can see right now.
1 gopher, 2 circles, and 1 dot.
Alright.
1 gopher, 2 circles, and 1 plus.
Okay. Now try to make the 2 images into one. Take your time.
I can't fuse.
You can't fuse it.
Can't.
Are you feeling kind of eye strain or headache?
Yes.
Okay,
can't
so
fuse it.
that's not a problem. So what I'm going to do is, for the next visit, I'm going to ask her to come again for a second visit in order to train her divergence again. So I'm going to monitor the time that she takes to make the 2 images into one using the double aperture.